Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to let you know right off the bat, there is a 7% chance that this guy's going off the rails tonight. Downtown Kevin Brown is in the house.
We're here to do damage, folks.
John Espinette over here to my right, and Mr. Benjamin Bazowski, as always.
What is up?
It was
I don't
race
like.
weekend.
I'm so confused here. This
I
is
know,
such
you haven't
it's a
been on
foreign
here since
setup.
for like
But let me tell you something,
years
folks.
now.
I know why they're here. There's a restaurant over there. We all know how much Mark loves his facials. There's a salon next door.
Whoa, hello.
Not those kind of facials.
Okay.
You got out of that business. But anyways,
Did he?
with that
Did he?
I hope
Did
so.
he? You
I
never
hope so.
know.
But and it's a much safer environment. I know that. I can walk outside. I'm not going to get shot. I don't have to wear my bulletproof vest anymore. It's a good night. I like
The
this.
funny part is
good.
the other
Comfy.
office is 1.2
Yeah.
miles down the road.
I know.
It takes 15 minutes to get here from
Yep.
there.
It is.
No
it's
joke.
crazy. Yeah,
the
you're right.
stoplights are horrible.
It is. It's a
Ben
wild
will,
ride.
Ben will be like, just come to my office. I'm like, great, there's 49 minutes. I'm never getting back.
Yeah, no. What, you still over there?
He's at his office a little further
yeah, a little
around
further
the
up.
corner.
Yeah, gotcha,
So
gotcha.
Glenn John showed up on time. Great to see. We
Thanks,
had
buddy. I was
some.
recovering from my
Are you
fall.
tardy at moments?
No, the one time Randy showed.
wait a minute. We have 48 people on the stream. We have more than 36 fans,
Blow the
guys.
confetti.
yeah.
Blow the confetti.
Confetti
Do
is
it.
blowing.
Confetti
Do
is
it.
out.
All right.
Look at that. This is so crazy. Everything's new here with confetti.
I know
This is
Kevin's
wild.
like, I have a screen in
Well,
front of
you,
me.
you know
This
what's
is super
crazy is
cool.
the camera situation. I feel like you ever see the lasers in like the movies you got to go sneak through? That's the camera setup here. They're
Pretty
across.
much.
They're this way. I'm so lost.
And I'm trying to light everybody
I see
with
this.
2 lights crossing cameras. So
Yes.
yeah,
I
that's
feel
why
like-
you see a little teeny. Your forehead's a little shiny.
I'm like at a suntan city right now. This is
Can I
wild.
do a stick figure on his head?
Yeah, you almost can.
Wild.
So we opened the 2024 season at
Right.
Claremont Motorsports Park this weekend. 2 days of racing, 1 day of practice. Spring fling. I liked it. It was fun. Tons.
It was exhausting. I only got there Friday night.
I know Ben's like, Mark, you've been here since Wednesday. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, but I'm fat,
Weak.
so whatever.
My Saturday morning starts with my phone going off at like 6:45 in the morning. It says, open the door, fat boy.
I'll tell you. I mean, I leave you guys alone for 5 minutes. You got a new name. You got a new setup. You got one less track. You guys didn't lose a pound though. That's for sure. But go ahead.
Well, it's kind
Thanks,
of hard.
Kevin. Thanks for the
And you're a dad. I mean,
I know.
look at that. I did bring Jersey Mike's. I
He
did.
did. He did.
Lorraine just left. She's like, wait, where's mine?
No, she did not. That's,
That's why
not
she
true.
left.
I
that
gave
Kevin
Mark
Brown's a
one job.
douche.
I gave Mark one job. I said, just tell me what to get, and I'll get.
Hey,
You
and I
left
did.
her
I didn't
out.
know she was coming.
Apparently, yeah,
I
sure.
actually had to text John 4 times. I finally, last night, I'm like, I need Jersey Mike's
He
order.
would
So I want to
have
give it to
got a
Kevin.
BLT. That's it's nice and easy. Nice and easy.
Can't believe Kevin is selling his car. What's up, dude? Dude, what's up?
what do you mean you can't believe it? Have
sell- you
lived
sell
under
your
a
car every
rock
10
for the
minutes.
last 3 years?
You
What's
sell
that?
your car every 10 minutes.
I'll tell you.
No. You'll buy a car. You'll drive it for like 1 second. Go, you know what? This doesn't have the lumbar support I want. Sell the car.
Not wrong.
So are you interested?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I'm
what?
not interested. I got
Why
enough
not?
cars as it is.
You don't have any full size ones. You got little
Yeah, I
ones.
do.
You do have full? Oh yeah, you
I
do
got
now.
2
Yeah,
ride
all right.
along
Yeah, you
cars
do.
I got to finish off.
And you got the Ridge, whatever those
I
things.
got 3 Ridge Runners.
Yep.
I got to point out Mr. Benjamin's shirt.
Oh yeah.
That right here is the new Pro Stock National shirt.
Sweet, man.
Dude, the logo on the back is even better.
If you want
Not
one
too
of
fat to
those,
turn, though.
you better show up early because there's a limited run.
Yeah.
So if you want one, show up early and get them.
You guys excited for that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna
I'm
be a good one.
excited. I'm nervous.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great
Excited,
one.
nervous, about to throw up. We're ready to go.
Why?
Yeah.
It's just a lot. We've never done
like,
something like this before, you know.
with so much money riding on the line. Like me,
I
and
know
him-
why he's nervous.
Well, but I want it to be perfect. I want everything
Yeah.
to go off without a hitch. Like the concession stands are now different for C1. The new barrier wall.
That's Mark's
up.
biggest concern. We don't.
I know.
No, I go to
make sure.
C2.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I go in the
like,
back door of
like
C2.
The new
Mark loves the back
Well,
door.
that sounded
the
weird.
new,
That's
the
not
new
what I meant.
billboard wall. Making sure that's all done.
That is awesome,
Yeah,
though.
that looks great.
Complete rip out and new concession.
That looked like a ton of work. From the outside looking in,
Oh,
that
it was-
looked like
it
a
was
lot of work.
massive.
I thought it was funny. Some people I messaged, they're like, "Great work, John." I'm like, I didn't touch one board.
I didn't
Yeah.
put you down for hitting one nail, so
No,
don't worry about it.
not
I didn't
at
have you
all.
doing
Bob
Not
anything.
at
says
all.
that you can't afford to keep buying bigger fire suits. That's why you're selling the car.
Dude, let me tell you something. If you guys are looking for a new fire suit, just come by and visit the 49 on Sunday. I am testing the threads on that Leaf fire suit. They are 100% durable. You will not bust out of it. Just come by and see me, for an example.
Oh, Jesus.
I love it. Let's.
And I am the only one here that finished their Jersey Mike's Giant, by the way, out of all these.
Yeah, you fat bastard.
I know. I was expecting
finished
small
half of
subs,
mine.
and
Nah,
Kevin
man.
brings the big ones.
Foot long, because that's what he's used
No,
to.
last time I brought the regulars, Tubby over here complained. So
I did not complain.
You did.
You actually did.
Yeah, I'm too
No, you did.
For a regular sub, I need a big boy sub.
I mean, a big boy sub, and what do? You eat the regular half of it.
You actually asked him.
Because no. Last time you bought it, I wasn't on a diet. Now I'm somewhat on a
He's
diet.
now a vegan. I'm
don't
sorry.
know if they
My
need us
bad.
for
All
the
right,
rest of the
wait a
show.
minute. I just noticed Ben absconded with my Skittles somehow.
No.
How did those get over there?
You don't need these. You do not.
He
need
doesn't.
them.
I
You're
agree.
on a
I
diet.
really
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
I
you
agree.
eat them.
I agree.
Yeah, you eat those.
Thanks for the Skittles, Mark.
Sorry, Mark.
That's it. You know, I'm gonna start a campaign that says don't feed Mark.
All right, Josh Kirk said, why did the pure stock rules change just before the season starts? They didn't. The updated no spacer was put in back in March, and then we attempted
No,
to.
he does
we
not
were-
need them.
I jumped the gun on posting something, and it was pulled back, and it will be readdressed next year.
Blame Mark. Hashtag
It's my
blame
fault.
Mark.
Sometimes happens.
We're not all perfect here.
But we also
am.
go right online and tell you we made a mistake, and here you go, and it's fixed. So trying to be, as the word that I always get made fun of for, transparent as possible, and we're trying to do a very good job at that. Frappier can't wait to get to Lee on May 17th. I can't too, but before that, we got to talk about Claremont Motorsports Park.
Mark's like, I wrote all this down.
This is like, you guys, this is like a diary here. Look at this.
I have notes.
Holy smokes.
So Nick, the guy that's picking up the truck, he's either gonna pick it up either tomorrow or Saturday. He's booked solid, so we'll see how it goes.
So let's get right in to a Saturday portion. Make sure I'm going Saturday. Yep. Ridge Runners, we had 2 out there for the first event. Unfortunately, Ben's did not. Oh, the weights have been changed real quick to Josh. The weights were done months ago.
That was done a long time
The
ago.
last time those rules were touched was, I believe, March 1st is when, actually, I think it was February. I think it was February
That should've
1st.
been February.
February. Yeah.
February 1st, and then the weights were changed due to suggestions by racers to make the lower horsepower cars more competitive. And we heard make it more competitive. It made sense to us. We had enough people lobby for it that we went ahead and did it.
And then I threw all of them out the window.
And then John has his own rules where it's just show up with 6, and one of them is have fun. So,
Yeah.
Ridge Runners, we did have 3 cars that were not able to attend. Unfortunately, Richie Morocco got called into work, and Ben's cars still don't have motors.
Yeah,
So,
They don't?
No.
Really?
So I had to kind of scavenge a motor for Cali, and then I had to sacrifice the third Ridge Runner I have to put in Jess's
So,
car.
AKA, they're on the way from Robert Yates' engines coming. They're on their way.
Billy the Kid.
Same thing.
Aiden White, glad to see him make the jump up to the Ridge Runners, finished off in first. And Jim Rhodes, I love Jim Rhodes. He's such a good
ogre.
dude.
It's funny because he's like, my car just won't turn. I go, yeah, because you got one. It's a one-tire fire. Weld the rear end. He goes, you can do that. I go, yeah.
You should do that.
You should do that.
Pure Stocks, we had Andrea St. Amour, followed by Keegan Tabor, Amy Jaycox, Gage Dillingham, and Kyle Kenny. 13 cars went 25 laps, took them 9 minutes and 49 seconds. It was actually a very good race. All the races here this weekend were
They were
pretty
very
good.
good.
Yeah.
Very excited to see Aaron Aiken make it to the mini stock victory lane, and Nolan McClay and Kyle Templeton. 3 people, well, 2 of the 3 have struggled at Claremont to get up in there. Kyle Templeton, one of the nicest guys in the world. Kyle, basically what will happen is he'll run up front the entire race, and then something dumb happens on his car like every week. To see to get him up on the podium was absolutely amazing. Nolan McClay, you know, he moved up from the pure stocks in years past to move up there, and Aaron Aiken came out, and that 33 moves.
She
Dominated.
does what Aaron does.
Yep. Dominates.
Outlaws, we had the 3J of Jeff Murray, followed by Guy Karen, Ben Poland, Tyler Lesgord, Corey Bly. Outlaws put on some pretty good racing as well. My absolute favorite race of this entire weekend was the NH-type late models, Tour-type late models. Aaron Fellows got it done.
I think, and no offense to anybody else in this field, because there's a lot of great names in this field, but I think we all wanted and were inside rooting for Aaron to get that win. So it was really, really nice to see him get that after what him and his family went through. So congratulations to him.
One of the things that shows you, you have racers that are out for yourself and you have racers that are just racers. Ricky Bly in Victory Lane coming to tears and being the way he was. Like, I'll be honest, like I had a little bit of eye action going on up in the trailer, like, I'm not crying, don't look at me. It's sad. Like, this guy lost everything that he's worked for years. I mean, people say it's a car, it can be replaced.
Yeah, bullshit.
Aaron's cars are not like that. Aaron's cars he's had forever. They all have memories to him. And to see him rebound and come out and absolutely, you could not ask for a better outcome. And that race was phenomenal, too.
It was a great race. I think Aaron said his clutch was slipping at the end there, too, as well. So, but yeah, no, it was a really, really good finish.
Started out 9 cars on the NH-type late models on the first outing of them back at Claremont Motorsports Park. So we have only uphill to go from
That'll
here.
grow. I mean, the good thing about that division, these cars are everywhere. So you're going to see a lot of these younger individuals that are racing in the low divisions. I think that's a nice stepping stone if they ever want to get into a mod or something like that. So
100%.
the way to go.
Up on Sunday, day 2 of the Spring Fling, the New England Dwarf Car Series ventured out. I unfortunately, guys, I reached out to the other touring series and asked for the results. None of them got back to me. So I apologize that I don't have their information here. I did reach out to try to get them from NEMA and
Randy
stuff like
Cabral
that.
won, I think, both NEMA features.
Yeah, I think he did. New England Dwarf Car Series was in the house. The 31 of Cody picked up right where, how do we say it? Hodgkins picked right up where he left
on the way
off.
over here, I was trying to pronounce his name, and I'm not even going to try to do it because I don't think I got it right once.
Which one?
Cody and Jason.
Cody who?
I'm not doing it.
Oh, okay.
He was. I was trying to say. I mean, he's a sandwich there. Harwood's a sandwich, and the meat in that sandwich. I just can't say the last name, so I'm not even gonna try.
So we also had Tom Harwood, which is good to see him rebound as well.
Absolutely.
John's going to have a present for you this summer. It's going to be great. And Jason Hodgson, followed by Ryan Carmen and the oh no of Chris Sullivan. Racing was pretty good all weekend. Pure Stocks, night number 2, Andrea St. Amour, Keegan Tabor, and and then Dave Smith. I'll tell you, we have I won't say what it is. We have a personal affectionate name for David Smith because Dave is a really good dude, and he got into Victory Lane. John looks at me. I look at him. I'm like, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I got to go yell this at the top of the stands. As I'm getting ready to yell, he also brought the entire crowd to tears by saying, like, this is in honor of my father and my wife, who both passed away in the last couple months. And I was like, I can't yell what I was going to say. Artie told me I still should have yelled it, but I'm not Artie. I was not going to do that. To see Dave out there after so many years in a modified to come back last year into a pure stock and feel like he didn't miss a beat, honestly. Like, he still has that line out there.
He was on the outside. I think he was getting passed for the lead. And they go down the backstretch, and you could tell he was just clawing for it on the outside. He threw it in like 9 cars deeper, and I was like, he's still got it. He's got it. Yeah, there you go.
Good for him.
It was great to see.
Great dude, too.
6 shooters, we had Paul Coburn, followed by David Bell, Andrew Scott, Jacob Scott, and Bob Guptill in the heats. We unfortunately rained out that from the feature, which really stinks. And honestly, I think the right call was made. Rob Riccardi won the Pro 4s. That's just, see, Terrell got me covered. I know.
Yeah, someone won the Legends race. I know their name. I can't remember it.
I thought Lawless just said John's voice is on mute, but he said John's voice is on a movie trailer. I know, we watched it today.
How about that?
That was cool.
That was awesome.
Very cool. And you know what's fun? Yeah, so they were filming a movie last year.
Well, it was a documentary.
Documentary. They showed up with cameras. It was the day that the infield flooded at Hudson.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah. At
was
some
a
point in this
crazy day.
movie, we're running around looking like absolute idiots.
Yeah, bear in mind, they
Planky's
don't tell
swimming.
me this. So, Planky's out there swimming. I'm pretending I'm like, one of my guys got a fishing pole in the thing, and I'm walking around like an idiot.
I told you. I go, the people for the movie are here. You thought it was the people with Max Cookson because they were filming something
That's
completely
what I thought.
different.
That's for Max Cookson. Oh, what do I care? And then
It's called
the
Last Lap. and it's basically about the rise and fall of
Short track
racing in New England and what the tracks are that are left.
Where's it going to be on? Like,
I actually don't know.
Peacock or something like
preview is
that?
on.
It's coming out next spring.
Previews on Facebook right now.
It's on. I believe the production company or the channel is called
Lone
Lone Spruce.
Lone Spruce.
So if you want to check out the trailer for that, Lone Spruce is what the page is called.
looks
It's
badass.
very cool.
That's pretty cool.
It was cool to see. I can't wait to see Plankage sitting in the pond.
I'm sitting there. I'm showing these two.
I remember that. I was actually in the
no,
infield,
he
and he was
did
laying
belly
down in the
flop,
water.
remember?
He was.
Yeah, he did. He was fishing at one point. Well, I
Yeah.
was showing these two the video, and I'm like, look, there's Hudson. I'm like, oh, there's dwarf cars, and then it shows me, and I'm like, whoa!
He's like, yeah. Like, what? He shows me, oh, all right, it's you.
It's awesome to see,
it's
though.
cool.
It was
Yeah.
super cool. Super Streets, Brandon Gray. Is there anything this dude can't drive?
No,
I'm sick and tired of him taking my money.
get used to it.
We were out to
used to
eat.
it.
We were out to eat a couple months ago, and Brandon pulled a Ben, and I got to give him like a high five, brother, because it was awesome. He's like, "Who's paying for this?" Ben's like, "No." Mike goes, "Ben is. He just doesn't know." And then Brandon goes, "I'll take the biggest steak you have."
Hell yeah!
I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think Brandon has set the mark. I mean, Nate Kelly has his cars going really good, obviously. But Brandon has set the mark this year. It's a race for second over there, I think. Brandon's got a hot rod.
Well, speaking about the race, look at Robbie Streeter actually.
Yeah.
did a
was
great job.
moving.
Yeah,
He did a great job.
He was right on Brandon's butt the whole time.
And actually, we can't rule out our little Kimbeta boy. I mean, he came from what, P11, I think he started?
Yep.
Come back in and finish on the podium, so good for him as well. It was a-
And Tatro behind him in fourth started right next to him in 12th.
He
so,
did,
like,
yep.
both of those guys
Yeah.
really just kind of drove through the field.
Yep,
All
it
right,
was
so I'm gonna look here. I'm gonna look for the first Zulo. Let's see. All right, we got Dylan in
Dylan.
6th. Beat the old pops. Look at that. Dad
that.
coming in 8th. His dad's car looks awesome.
Oh yeah,
Old style Camaro.
Old
Yeah,
school
it does look
Camaro.
cool.
I walked
Yeah.
around to him, dude. This is the baddest looking car here.
It is cool.
It
It
is
looks great.
awesome.
So I made Kristen at my house suffer through because I'm testing the new Roku app. So I made her suffer through watching this race, and that's the only thing she commented on. She's like, "That black number 10 is awesome."
That was red.
And she's like, "Red number 10 is his cars were always black in the past." And she's like, "That's a cool car." I'm like, "Yeah, that was the guy sitting next to you at the banquet." She's like, "What?" Because we sat with them up at the banquet. She's like, "Oh."
There's not a lot of street stocks that look like that, super streets that look like that anymore. So it's cool to see. You got a few of these guys out there with that style, and then you see a couple like the Monties and stuff
Yep.
out there.
Yep.
So it's cool to see a couple of these guys still carrying the old street stock look. So it's neat.
So Brandon Gray, give you the full top 5 rundown. Brandon Gray first, Robbie Streeter second, Justin Beecher, Joe Tatro, followed by Chris Riendo. Sports Modifieds. That was an interesting race.
Yep.
Brian Roby came out on top, followed by Jeremy Zulo, Nathan Wenzel, Andrew Baruso, and Brad Zahinski. I got to tell you, one of the things that I like more than anything in racing is when somebody owns up to whatever they've done, because it's few and far between lately.
Yep. Big time.
Roby and Wenzel were putting on a pretty good battle for the lead. Roby cut down, thought he had enough room, didn't. They both went for a spin. They both went for the back of the pack. Now, there's two ways to handle that. The way that most racers do, where they blame the other guy, or the way Brian Roby did in Victory Lane, and he's like 100% on me. That was my mistake. I pressured Nate. I got, I thought I had room. I didn't. I took him in out. Nate had nothing to do with it. Right on the microphone. You cannot respect
that's-
that more than
that's-
that.
Absolutely.
And
hey,
take
listen,
notes,
it
people.
is. Listen, this is racing. Things are going to happen.
Yeah.
Not every decision is made with all intelligence. It's usually on the fly, and there's more courage than courteous out there, unfortunately. And like I said, it's all about
Kevin Brown's newest shirt. More courage.
cards and
Courtesy.
courtesy. Well, but it's true though, right? So I mean, but for someone to come up and own that, and especially in front of the crowd, sitting there, and when he's supposed to be having his moment, opening day, spring fling, pulls off the W. Instead of that, he's focusing on his mistake he made. And what else could you ask for more in a racer?
You really
so,
can't.
I mean, and Brian obviously is class act. I mean, he's doing everything from wheeling tour stuff down to this. I mean, that's why he is who he is.
That's something I think racing in general really needs to get back to is and all the way down the line is just if you mess up, even if you don't think you did.
I mean, I never mess up. I don't have that problem.
Even you, I mean,
perfect.
Well, we won't bring it up, but I know for a fact, even last Sunday, you got a problem with somebody, just go talk to him. You know what I mean?
I didn't go talking. I went yelling.
It doesn't matter though. At least that
We remember your old video.
human conversation goes a long way, and nowadays people just want to stand across the pit area and scowl at each other until something boils over. It's so stupid.
They can't do it in a text. They don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Me and John were standing next to each other, and I was like, let's go pick on Kevin because he sucked.
Yeah.
And then like we made it all the way to your car, and then you were walking the other way, and
When was this?
When you were
That
bright
Hudson.
red after you came yelling at somebody on the other end of the racetrack.
Yeah, it was
and
bad.
I looked at John. I was
Practice.
Like,
I was mad
Practice
at
day.
practice.
Test day.
What
Yeah.
kind of a-hole am I? Who
I
gets
look
mad
at
in practice?
I look
This
at
guy.
John. I'm like, guess I'm not picking on him now.
On that practice day.
That was I said, dude, I'm like, I feel like I'm on 495 out there, and there's only 5 street stocks out here. What's going on? This is awful.
I literally drive 495 for 1 mile. I get on
It's awful.
at Route 3 and I get off at exit 91 because 91 goes to my house, and it is the worst 1 mile of my life.
My oldest daughter lives in North Andover, so I drop her off in school there at like prime times. It's like 8:30 in the morning. I just want to drive off a bridge after I drop her off, of course, not while she's in the car. I want to drive off a bridge. I'm like, it's awful.
So one of the things we started last year that everybody liked was the hard charger report.
Ooh, I like
did
that.
you?
Yeah, I did like
Before
that.
you move
You
on,
guys don't have it.
What the
I do
hell?
wanna-
So
do
in the
wanna-
I'm
Bible
saving
here?
money on paper because it's 2 sides.
Doesn't
I'm
look like
saving
you're
money.
saving money on
Jesus,
paper.
Ben,
Oh,
you're
my
breaking
God.
stuff.
I didn't break nothing.
Well, you were the easiest one to
you're
blame.
Screwing it up.
So John said, hold on a minute. Did I miss something?
I definitely want to. The results might not show it for him, or actually for that team it might. But Trey Young in the 37.
Oh, my God. Trevor Young.
The kid's got like a half a year of 6-shooter experience, hopped up into a
Congratulations.
modified, and I mean, he was fast. He was battling up in the top 5.
And his kid loves racing. His
Yeah,
kid is the one
exactly.
that hung out with me at the banquet watching WWE
wrestling?
pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Did you
His
hear about
dad's
that?
like, let's go. And his kid's like, yeah, not right now. I'm watching WWE with Mark.
Gosh.
Yeah, Mark hijacked the freaking banquet and put the Royal Rumble on.
Oh, yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I guess nothing, right?
Nothing.
Hey, people like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Trevor Young, congratulations.
Yeah,
You
good
did a
on you.
really good job, too. Brusso as well, first
Yes,
time out
definitely.
there.
It was him. It was him and
race.
Trey really battling
It's
the whole
funny,
time.
man. You scroll down through the list here, and there is quite a few. I mean, even Nate Wenzel. I mean, he was street stocking it just a couple years back, and Andrew Brusso,
Hayden
and, you know,
Grenier.
Yeah, Hayden Grenier.
He did really
Cody
good. He
Hey,
Schoolcraft.
you know, that's my old car.
Oh, is
Which
it really?
one?
Yeah, the Grenier's car.
Really? That's from George?
That car came
Was that
from
the
New
red
York.
one?
No, that
Okay.
that was the black one that I drove, and I did horrible in it.
You didn't hit the wall?
No, I didn't hit the wall. I spun out into the infield, but I kept
that's
it
all right.
going.
That's all right.
Because I remember George Halliwell was winning. I spun, and his whole family was like, "No, keep it going." So I was able to like just keep going on
I
the
could just see
track.
Wayne Senior. This guy stinks.
Pretty much. Oh yeah, pretty much.
With Hayden Grenier, yeah, he got caught up in that Roby Wenzel, and unfortunately
Happens.
Yep.
took the. I think it was either the left front or the right front off of
I
it,
thought
and
it was both of them, but
and
either way.
it was a hanging.
It's a beautiful car, though.
It is, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful
Great
car.
car, great crew.
So after this weekend at Claremont Motorsports Park, the Tour Type late models, NH Type late models, we have Ricky Bly on top with a +5.
Nice.
Outlaws, we have a 3-way tie. Tyler Lescord is in the lead, followed by Jeff Murray and Guy Caron. Mini stocks, we have Desmond Skillens, who has a +4. Pure stocks, Andrea Satamore, +10.
Jeez.
Nice. Yeah.
Wow.
She had a massive weekend.
And that was her 2 events.
Yeah.
So she managed to,
Yeah.
she raced both days and managed to keep a +10 after 2 races.
pretty easy to do when you finish P1 in both races. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Which
gonna,
is
you're gonna
awesome.
climb up that ladder. Good for her.
Yeah, she started, let's see, she gained, I see when there's more than one race, it doesn't tell me. So I can tell you here, if I roll back here real quick, she started the first one in 3rd, and then the second race,
In
she
9th.
started in 9th and
Wow.
moved her way up.
That's fantastic.
Sportsman Modifieds, we have a 2-way tie. Nathan Wenzel and Jeremy Zula with a +7. Super Streets, the Cabana Boy getting it done, +8. Followed by Joe Tatro with a +8 as well. New England Dwarf Car Series, Cody Hodgson with a +8. So congratulations. Cody Hodgkins.
There we go.
With a +8.
That's not how you pronounce it, though, right?
No.
All right,
No,
I didn't think
Hodgkin.
so.
We don't
now
really
I
know
can't even
anymore,
remember because
yeah.
it's been so messed up. Unfortunately, a couple of the divisions just didn't spit out.
Yeah.
Everything was in there correctly. It happens sometimes. If you didn't notice on the stream, if you didn't watch RaceDayTV over the course of the weekend, A, shame on you. B, we had on the screen during the races a lot of times, which was the fantasy racing.
I don't know what Harmon's talking about,
Hog
but
lips?
I can't.
I don't know what that means.
What do you mean, Stubbs?
Harmon.
I saw that picture.
How did he think that picture was going to go? I like the guy that said, get that thing clipped already. That one was great. So I made a joke to him, and I was like, said something about that. He's like, yeah, that person won't come anywhere near it. I absolutely love him. He's so funny. We had the fantasy results running down up to date on the bottom of the screen because we're doing a lot more with fantasy this year. So, and definitely, it's absolutely free as long as you have a My Race Pass membership.
Yeah, who won?
Give her the nub.
Generals of Lee won, whoever that is.
I don't know. It must be some dink.
Generals of Lee is this.
Did you win?
Yeah, I won.
He won.
fantasy.
I finished second.
It's rigged, everybody.
It is. Yeah, I know.
Oh, Jason Hoglips. That makes more sense.
That's pretty good. Hog lips.
That would be like me just saying 7 and me expecting everybody to know what 7 is.
Charlie, you are always
Charlie, we've been
always
trying
welcome.
to get you on the show for like
We need to do-
years
Charlie,
now.
they
They
need
would
to
have
do like a
happily,
cross
they would have
show.
happily
I
moved me
tried.
to next
We
week.
should
Don't
do
worry,
that.
they would have happily
We
moved me.
should.
We need to get all the Black Flag podcast boys down here, or vice versa. I'll drive up there.
It just costs you Jersey Mike's, and they're right around the corner. So the one the Jersey Mike's, they're phenomenal. It's the best sub ever. I went in there and got a sub once. I got the same size one, and I was like, oh, add bacon. And I got a soda. When I was drinking soda, the lady looks at me, she's like, that's $29.82. I was like, wait, what?
They're not cheap.
No,
Yeah.
they're so good.
So I went to Subway. I was like, I'll just get a meatball because those are cheap. And the lady was like, that's $17. I was like,
so
wait, what
I-
happened to $5?
So we buy all our guys at work lunch,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you right now, it's crazy how expensive to go to get a sandwiches. It's nuts. It's so expensive.
It is ridiculous.
It is.
It stinks. Why not do both? Firehouses. I've never been to Firehouse. They closed the one in Manchester, so I
And the
don't know.
one in Nashua.
Yeah.
Actually, hey Kevin, I wanted to ask you. We're
Jesus
we're
Christ.
looking for someone to be in the mascot wheelie.
We are.
He's right there.
He's right there. I think
sign
you
me
look,
up.
I think you look great.
I
in
would
that.
kill that. You kidding me? Let's do it.
All right. Well, it needs to go to Claremont this weekend.
I'm
let's
busy,
go.
unfortunately. Sorry, can't
Yeah,
go.
sure, okay.
Can't go. I'll be
If
in
there's
I'll be in
anybody
Boston.
at Claremont who wants to walk around and be wheelie, I'm going to let you know right now, I won't fit. I can't even get.
I won't fit.
I can't even
After
get
that
an
same
arm
one,
into
I-
that
I'm
thing.
not
I
gonna
don't think
fit.
wearing a belly shirt.
Yeah.
You might need a friend to walk around with you.
Yeah.
The one good thing to see actually went off without a hitch was the T-shirt cannon. Boy, that was popular.
Did you guys use it?
We
Oh,
did,
yeah,
and Ben
yeah.
didn't kill
So
anybody.
I was there for the experiment of this thing. Holy smokes, I want one of
Oh,
those.
yeah.
That thing is awesome.
Trust me.
That thing is so much fun. I
So-
got it on video. I got some videos, you guys.
We were shooting one shirt at a time, and I was launching it. Literally, I was at the bottom of the track, and I was launching it at the ice cream stand.
I know. I had
So-
fans walking up to me at Claremont like, "There's a shirt on the roof of the tower. If you guys know any way to get it," and I'm like, "Nah, it'll just stay."
I was
there."
testing it the day before. I was testing it Thursday night when I was up there with Mike, and I was just blasting off shirts. I'm like, all right, you got to go pick those up. He's like, nope. Free shirts for people when they come in. There was like 5 or 6 over there. So I figured out it's got a blow-off valve that once it hits like 101 PSI,
120, right?
No, 125.
Yeah.
see,
It'll
mine's
blast
kept
off.
popping at 1.
No, see, I set mine right at 120.
So I got it all the way.
And
So I
there's a
shot
difference.
it.
When you shoot it from 100 to 120,
Oh, it's
there's a
huge
difference.
difference.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I shot that thing off from the top of the tower at Claremont. It cleared the fence, cleared the track, landed in the middle of the go-kart track. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah, that thing's
that thing
badass.
is
Oh, yeah.
far. Shirts at cars that don't. Yes. I'm shirts at cars that don't answer Black
I'll do
Flag.
that anyway. I don't care.
Oh, yes.
Well, you gonna give us some original wheelman?
I already
merch
said
to
I
find?
would. I already told Mark I would.
Well,
I always hate
fork it
asking you for
over.
stuff.
I don't have a problem with
There's
it.
no problem
Give
with
me
it.
some shit.
There's no shame in his game.
I actually
No.
have a couple.
No shame.
No,
I
no.
cleaned my office at home.
Yeah.
And like I just brought out this bunch of shirts, and I was like, I don't remember where I got all these original Wheelman shirts. It was like 5 or 6, and they're like medium, small,
We
large.
stole a box one
Yeah,
And
time.
I was like,
still
oh,
need a
that's
feel
right.
for
These are the
the
ones
shirt.
I stole out of his,
don't
his
have one of those?
trailer.
No, I asked you.
What are
last
you, a
time.
medium?
In what generation?
What, like my arm? Yes, my arm's a medium. My other arm's
So,
another medium.
so
Put it all together, it's extra large.
we're at practice a couple weeks ago, and I see Ben there, and he is looking very, very tired. And apparently Ben's not getting much sleep these days.
No, the
I don't know
kid was
why.
keeping me up.
Yeah, apparently. But he was looking awfully tired that day.
It was.
All right, so that is that. Let's
All
talk
right.
about this coming Friday night, Claremont Motorsports Park. It's weird. It's week 2, but race 3.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Right?
Because we
'cause
had a
of the-
doubleheader.
Doubleheader.
Provost, he had fun with his third and a fifth for his race. I wish
Extra medium. Yeah, that sounds about right.
a medium,
Medium.
a SME triple Xer.
Yeah. 5 times medium.
Claremont Motorsports Park NASCAR Advance Auto Parts weekly racing series this Friday night. Adult general admission is $15. Kids 6 to 12 is 5. Seniors 65 and older is 10, and military is 10. We have the Sportsman Modifieds, the Outlaws, the Super Streets, the 6-shooters, Pure Stocks, and Ridge Runners in action. Pits open at 4, gates at 5, hot laps at 5. Racing starts promptly at 7 p.m. For those of you who can't make it Friday night, and Sunday for that matter, because it is Hudson's opening day, just got the email this morning that the Roku app will be published tomorrow at noon.
Ooh.
So
fancy.
you will be able to watch all that racing right on your living room TV on Roku. I'm going to put this out there because some people had a hard time figuring out how to buy it. Like, it's fairly simple. www.racedaytv.com and literally click watch live now. That's all you have to do. And it takes you to whatever's live. And so the Roku app, you cannot buy pay-per-view.
So you buy it?
You buy it on the website. And all you have to do is you sign in once.
You log in on your TV.
You log in on your TV once, and everything that's in your account
Easy enough.
is
It's
in
good.
there. So you can literally just buy it on your phone on racedaytv.com, pops right up in your Roku.
That is pretty cool. I mean, Roku, I feel like, is a household now. So
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they're everywhere.
across the country. So it's-
Really made me mad that I bought that 75-inch Fire TV in my living room now because I don't have a Roku at my house. So, like, I was literally
dude,
going to test the
TVs
app.
are like, you can get a 75-inch for like $250 at Walmart. Just go buy a new one.
So I like look around. I'm like, I have a Roku. So I can't find it. I'm like aggravated. John texted me, hey, this is really great on your Roku at the office. It's like, it's at the office. That's where my Roku is. I forgot it at the office.
It's a good place for it.
And it just popped up here. And I was like, I didn't download it. He's like, yeah, all your stuff's on here just so you know. I was like, oh, I forgot it shared. Oops.
Oh, Harlow says I'm sleeping. Oh, Harlow, I'm glad you
He
took
said
a-
that about me, too.
He
I'm not
must have
sleeping.
took a break from petting Jim Walsh's chicken.
It's weird. So
Jim Walsh has a chicken?
Oh, yeah, like 50 of them.
the cameras here are up. So that's the difference, I feel like, in the view, because before they were a
Well,
little
if
lower.
I'm looking down, it looks like you can't even
Exactly.
see my eyes because of my
Yeah,
hat.
exactly. They're a little high.
It hides my double chin
I'm
when they
I'm
look
just
down
here to
at you.
critique
That's what
Mark's
a beard's
setup.
for.
That's really it.
I have that. It wasn't enough. Like, I had to keep going. Yeah, you shaved yours
I
off.
shaved mine off, so now you can see like my triple chin.
Ben has to give me warning when he shaves because literally I saw him on like a Monday and he had full beard and goatee, mustache, everything. Like literally come to work on a Tuesday and he's smooth faced. I'm like, Jesus, what did you do?
I look like my father. That's the scary thing.
He's way nicer.
John has 3 shirts on
are you
today,
smoking?
probably.
Probably, maybe 4.
That's what's
You
that
don't
say
know.
about you is what you mean.
Dave Stone, what's up, buddy?
What?
So what's that say about you is really what it means.
So this Sunday, Hudson Speedway opening day, R&R Open Street Stock's going to be there for the Carl Tyrone 49. One of the reasons I brought Kevin Brown on top of being one of our former co-hosts and great friend and supporter of the everything that we do,
feel so loved.
is Kevin has a personal connection to Carl. So I would like to open this up to you a little bit to kind of talk about Carl and racing and how did you get involved in racing? Who gave you
Carl.
It's amazing, the story.
Yeah, so Carl and my mother were he was my stepfather. They got married when I was probably, I was a young lad. 11, 12 years old, somewhere around there. And so I grew up like my story is very similar to all of yours. You know, you grow up around it. Obviously you go there as a kid. These guys are your heroes as kids, and then you aspire to want to be one someday. And that's really what Carl was to me. He was the guy that I used to go and we'd spend the winters. Thanks, John. We'd spend. Sorry. We'd spend the winters in the because he built cars. Like we talked about when George Baldwin was in here. Back in that time frame. Mid 90s, late 90s, he was building cars, so I spent my winters in the garage, helping him build cars, and for Mighty Mike and guys of such nature, and Carl was one hell of a wheelman. His roots were at Hudson, his first races were at Hudson, his favorite track was Hudson, and most of his wins and championships were at Hudson Speedway, so I mean,
That's where your 49 number comes from, right?
that's where my 49 number comes from. He was always 49, so as I started racing, I started as 49 as well, yeah, I mean, he did a lot. I mean, especially not even just for myself. I mean, he brought a lot of people into racing and gave them many great memories, like the rest of us have had, wins and championships. So I mean, he's done a lot for not even just me on the racing aspect. He built a lot of great cars in his time, and like I said, his story is very similar. I guess where George and Carl's story kind of separates was George had Choppy, his dad, and I think that that's how George got into it. And but their story is very similar. Great chassis builders and great racers in their own right. And yeah, so I mean, it's when unfortunately he passed at a young age, and so it was after talking, it's the funny thing is here. So Carl and my mother were married, and then they got divorced, and Carl and I still stayed really close, even up till the day he passed. And he got remarried, and it's funny because I became very close with his family post my mother's marriage with him, and he had some stepchildren.
That says something about him as a person, right there too.
Yeah, he was a great guy, and well loved and loved hard too with him. So and he's got one blood daughter, Rachel, and like I said, I've been real fortunate to to have her in my life, and his other stepchildren, Robert, who actually at Star they had the Pro V8 Sportsman. They had a race for him at the end of because Carl was racing the Pro V8 Sportsman stuff at the end. And so they had a race for him at the end of the year, and Robert drove Carl's car, and it was kind of.
Which I was there for that. That was a good race.
You were there for that.
I was there. I'd stop and see you down there.
So what happened? So for me, I know you guys got a tough schedule. There's a lot going on with your schedule, and I knew Jimmy was going to plan on having a race there. And after talking with Carl's family and stuff, and we I just felt like Hudson Speedway is where it had to be, and Street Stocks was him. And so, knowing Jimmy had a race coming up, I said, hey, listen, I want to make this race a little extra special. I'd like to put it in memory of Carl, and we threw some extra money at it and try to, enhance the attendance in the field. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm hoping all you guys with Street Stocks come out this Sunday and put on a great race, and it'd be a good way to honor him. And I mean, I'll tell you, we're going to bring our butter knife to the gunfight and see how we do. So, get that P10 trophy ready for me, please. But yeah, no. So I mean, so that to me, that's what Sunday is for me. It's a good way to honor him. I mean, he was, he was.
Did you guys ever race out there together?
Yeah, we did. We raced some strictly stock race. I think we only raced a couple of, maybe one time. No, we raced a few times. Actually, we did some street stock racing together back in the late '90s too. Yeah, we raced together a bit. We raced one time together in I have been out of racing for a long time. Came back to it. Ran a handful of races in the past few years, and the only time we raced together in that span is when I won at Hudson a couple of years back. And so I mean, yeah. So, with that being said, he was a big aspiration for me, and he was a great guy, beyond a great racer, a great guy. Loving father. To not only myself and my brother, but his daughter Rachel and the rest of his stepchildren. And yeah, he was a good guy. So I'm looking forward to it. It was really nice of you guys and Jimmy to allow us to do that, because it's where we would want it to be and how we'd want it to go. So I look forward to it. It's gonna be a great day.
Yeah,
it's gonna be an awesome day.
I do want to flash back real quick, because I did miss this in the racing, because unfortunately, unless
of
they're
the devil. Yeah.
if they're not house divisions, they don't print on this report. Yep. Pro V8 Sportsmen were there at Claremont
they
too.
were. Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Renfrew Sr., I guess, had never raced at Claremont before. Finished first. Kyle Buck.
Yes.
Second place. I was giving him some of the Kyle Buck-isms
He was moving too. He was going good.
That I get to see online, and it literally, John was on the golf cart and then got to see Kyle Buck doing Kyle Buck-isms, and it was absolutely phenomenal. Followed by, and my phone just shut off, Scott Riggleman, who made the 5.5 hour trek.
He's the man. He's awesome. I talk about dedication.
He's another guy. Just wants to race.
Just wants to race.
Wherever there is,
wherever
there is.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll go.
He'll find a home for that thing, and he's going to bring it there.
Mike, you're late.
Yeah, we just said New
Rest
Jersey.
of the class on page 32. Back to Hudson, Street Stocks, and Carl Tyrone really, that they just go hand in hand. I mean, growing up at Hudson myself, that Carl's name was something that my dad and all those guys and even people my age always talked about. So it's very special to be able to honor him in such a great way. I mean, open Street Stocks, opening day, Hudson Speedway. If we don't have the best race of the season, I think to start off with that, it's it's going to be something.
Yeah, it's
going
going
to
be a great
follow up
race.
with.
I mean, it's going to be a good day. It's you know, like I said, I don't think it didn't. It's funny because when I first talked to Jimmy about this, I know you probably have some flashbacks in this. I know Jimmy's race was scheduled for later in the season.
Yep.
There was some scheduling conflicts. We had to move it up. And he called me. He's like, "Hey, the race is only opportunity we have to have it is opening day." Was that where I'm like, listen, to me,
it was a lot of messed up stuff that we had to fix. So.
yeah, that's all, you know, and that stuff, that is what it is. But it didn't matter to me. I said, to me, I mean, I have a lot of great memories of just, you know, everybody knows how it is. You roll that car out of the garage opening day, everything's pristine, it's nice, you're excited, the blood's flowing, the juices are going, you're ready to go. I have a lot of great memories with him. You know, he used to have, when I was a kid, we had 2 cars. He had his car and mine. He had a used car dealership. So we had a flatbed tow truck. So we'd have one on the back and one on the tow bar in the back. And that's how we used to go to the races. And, but yeah, so it's great. It's a good, I couldn't be more grateful for you guys. I know, just speaking on behalf of the rest of his family, very grateful for you guys to have this race for him. So it really means a lot to all of us. So thank you guys very much. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome to see the crowd here for this race. I want to go ahead and just let everybody know. I just want to show everybody my phone, just so you know. John can show people his too.
Let's make sure this is on the right.
Look, I have a weather app on my phone too. See, it's right here. It tells me what's going to happen today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Most people have that weather app on their phone. Do you know what the most negative things you can do on Facebook is instantly comment on is it's going to rain? We all have a weather app. We all can see that.
We're going to throw mine away.
It's like commenting on everyone's, but you might as well just comment on everybody's post and go, "You're gonna die one day." No.
How many times, I think we've all seen this. I'm not putting down the weathermen. I do not want their job. But by all means, how many times do we see weather predictions go awry? So it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, I think we know better. I mean, you know, speaking on behalf of you guys, I think we all know better.
Harmon 100%. Harmon instantly took that finger that looks like this and pointed it in that guy's face and was like, "Shut up. Don't talk about
and
weather."
somebody remembers Kyle Busch night, Nick Floyd. That proves it right there.
Right there. It's going to rain. You guys are dumb. Don't do it.
Yeah.
And we went ahead and did it. It was fine. I checked the forecast. Ben checked the forecast.
He was panicked, Kyle Busch night. Oh, my gosh.
So he called.
I called him and Howie's like, "Oh, it's not bad. I get there, downpour." I'm like,
I was standing on the deck at his camper at 6:30 in the morning. He's like, "Oh, this is the weather up there." I'm standing in a puddle and it's raining. I'm like,
I saw him.
Looks good, buddy.
I almost called the ambulance for you. You look like you were having anxiety.
it was stressful.
Well, because it was stressful. I'm staring at the app because it shows the clouds. I go, "See right there? There's a gap." I go, "The way this is looking, we're gonna right in that gap."
Beautiful night too.
It was great.
Beautiful night.
Because everyone was like, "Oh, you should cancel. You should cancel." Like, no, we're not canceling this. We're gonna get this goddamn show in. If it's the last thing I do.
Yeah, we got the show in, and I grabbed the first wrap-up bag from, I think, the concession stand it was, and it started raining.
Yeah.
And people were still walking out of the grandstands. And I think we cut the race down to 125
Sean
and
Kelly,
150.
Mill City Weather.
Oh, sweet. Is that who he is? Oh, yeah. I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Every bit of the forecast that we've looked at looks like the rain is after 6 p.m. You got to remember, guys, we are in spring hours here. So
pretty much it goes from 12 to 5:45.
Pits open. All right, let's go ahead and give
Sean,
you the rundown
put
here
in the
real
comments
quick.
what the true percentage of rain is for Sunday.
So this weekend at Hudson Speedway, we have the Ridge Runners, the 6-shooters, the Pure Stocks, the New England Dwarf Car Series, and the R&R Open Street Stocks in the house. Adult general admission is $15. Junior 6 to 12 is $5. Senior 65 plus is $10. Military is $10. Pit passes are $35 for NASCAR and $40 for non-NASCAR. Pit gates open, guys, 9 a.m. If you have not taken advantage of one of the numerous practice sessions or reached out to Dennis to have your car inspected, your car will not enter the track until it has gone through a safety inspection. So plan accordingly. Gates open at 11, hot laps at noon, racing at 1:15.
I see a typo here.
What did I mess
I
up?
don't see R&R Street Stocks on this thing.
Right at the top, R&R Street Stocks.
Yeah, what about event details?
So they can't show here. These only show our house divisions on there. Otherwise, Jimmy would have to have a My Race Pass account.
Yeah.
I've been out of the loop, all right? I'm a rookie. Give me a yellow stripe on my back or something.
So how this works, basically, is I set the race lineup for the night, and then it creates this sheet. Forecast will change, 60% chances in the AM. We'll be providing more updates. Check on Mill City Weather and stay tuned. I didn't even know what a Mill City Weather was.
Yeah, he's got a huge following down there in that Merrimack Valley area.
Yep.
Yeah, Sean's an awesome dude. He's a good friend of mine. Good kid.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That is Matthew Bazowski. Hi, guys. Nice job on the filming at Claremont. I want to give a huge shout out to my entire crew.
It's awesome.
They
It really is. You guys set the bar so freaking high. And
They
now,
killed it.
Guys, tell me if I'm wrong here, but am I the only one who I critiqued the hell out of the other ones? The chick from Progressive Insurance, what's her name?
Flo.
Yeah, her. And the other one, you know. But am I the only one who judges it now? Because I see you guys, and I don't know, man, I got to give you guys credit. It's freaking fantastic. The views, the different camera angles. Mark, I know you're the guy in there hitting buttons and going from camera to camera. It's awesome. I mean, you do such a great job at it. It really is.
I had one
He's
issue.
actually, if you look at him in like, you know, I know where he is, so I'll go and look. It's like a maestro. He's literally like, okay, here, turn this thing. All right, camera 5, turn left. All right, and then he's just doing this, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how you doing, Mark? He goes, good.
Dude,
I'm sitting next to like an idiot. I'm like, Mark. I'm like, you know a lot more about, but like, what if we? And he's like, I don't know. Let's try it.
So
like the infield, the Nate's camera.
The one issue I had this weekend was, and it's an equipment issue. It is what it is. So the entire everything, the only thing that's carried over from last year are the people, the blue vests they're wearing, and the cameras. The cameras are the same. Everything else in that trailer is brand new.
Yeah.
Every bit of it. We're not using software, you know, like OBS to like bring in multiple cameras. We have full capability.
Dad's right. The replays.
Well, that was my issue. So the new system I can bring 20 cameras in on the new system because it's all
We can step up the budget a little bit,
it's
Benjamin.
all Black Magic equipment. It's the best of the best. And the problem is my replay machine is still from the old system. And I don't know, long story short, you have to address the cameras. So when I did, I thought I addressed it right. I actually swapped 2 of the cameras. So when I would call for a replay, how it works is I reach over and I hit a -5, and then I click the camera I want to play, or if I want to play 2, I'll play, 1, 2, 3. Then I can hit play and play those out. Well, I was going to hit 3 and 2 were swapped in the system. So when I call for camera 2, it would play camera 3. So once in a while, you would see an empty track, and in the trailer, I am slowly murdering myself as this is playing because once you hit play, you can't pull it back.
Yep.
It's got to play through that replay. And if it's 10 seconds, we're sitting there 10 seconds looking at a camera saying replay with an empty track. Trust me, I was super angry at myself. I want to give
First week of the year, too. So, I mean, you can be hard on yourself all you want.
I want to give a shout out to my crew here real quick. Judy came back this year. She was on main camera. She trained a new guy named Tim who thought he might like it, and he's hooked. He's like, can I go to like the other tracks and do this too? I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah.
And he is local from Claremont, and he is absolutely in love with it. We had Barry come back. Barry Snelling is the guy who took video at Claremont Motorsports Park when I was like 4.
Really?
Yeah, he has been at that track forever. So my Apple Watch has been going crazy. I'll get to this. Unfortunately, text while I'm on the show. And it's people watching that are
The
asking
funny thing
me
is,
questions.
my phone's dinging with the exact same thing.
It's the same person. Yeah, they're sending it to both
Mine's
of us
not,
now because
guys.
no one's
I'm
answering.
not as important. So.
Is it that person?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Then we got Nate. We have the entire crew. Lori wasn't there this week. Dylan actually took a vacation and went down to
dare
Tennessee.
he?
Had some fun. So this year, I said to Nate, because Nate's job is victory lane. Nate is so good at it. He knows how to get the camera right in there. And I got talking to him, and I was like, hey, hear me out. Pulled to John. I was like, hear me out. You see that flag stand in the middle? I was like, what do you think about standing out there doing some video during the races? He's like, and I thought he'd be a hard sell. He's like, you want me out there right now? I'll go right now.
That's awesome.
And I was like, you got to be out there the entire race. He's like, I'm in. And I was like, cool. And he kept saying on the radio, like, this is so awesome. This is so cool. So literally, as the mod wreck happened, it was 4 feet away, and he's got the camera, and he's bringing it right down to the tire bank in front of him that it hit right there. And he just comes on the radio, is like, that is awesome. So we are testing. So Harmon said, can you do in-cars yet? So this will be our first week at Claremont. If it works, I'll be up to Claremont from tomorrow on. I'm leaving in the morning. We're going to put a camera on the back of the pace car. Yep. That will be our first step because there's a couple other things that I need to double check to make sure that we're kosher with rules because we do not allow computerized equipment in cars. The in-car camera setup weighs 10 pounds between the battery and the stuff like that. So you get some of these higher end cars, putting 10 pounds on the right-hand side of that car, that's a big ask.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'll be in 12th if you guys want to put it in my car. It's not going to hurt me one bit.
So we're gonna throw it on the back of the pace car so we can get those cool pace laps behind the pace car. We'll see how it works. That's the first step. Ben is bound and determined to get a digger cam.
Oh yeah,
I've been saying that for a
it's a
long
down
time.
on the
You have
track.
to.
It's pretty much like you cut a hole in the track, you put this camera in,
The cars go over
the
it.
cars go over it. I go, Mark, I want this. How do we do it? If I gotta cut.
How do you
a
wire
jump-
that?
That's wireless. You just got to get it on.
Dumb
Oh, it's
question.
wireless?
So
Dumb
I
question.
would not.
Yeah.
You can wire it if you want. I ran all new fiber optic at Claremont. I had one. This is fiber optics gonna be the friggin' death of me. I literally ran out 600 feet along a fence line, got all the way to the end. It fell out of my hands. I grabbed it. It caught the fence, and I pulled up, and it ripped the end right off the fiber optic cable. Entire cable junk.
No.
And I was like, I just bought that cable. So if you're at Claremont now,
What does a 600-foot fiber optic cable cost?
I don't even want to tell you.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, the fiber optic is not cheap. So if you go to Claremont right
gotta look
now,
this up.
so if you go to Claremont right now, you'll see there's a fiber optic line that runs from turn 4 all the way around the track to where Barry sits in turn 3, and then you're going to see like a 100-foot loop of it at the end because it's the only cable I had left in the truck. I specifically went and measured and got the cable so it was exact length I needed, and then ripped the ends off of it. I was so mad at myself. It happens. Stuff happens. Like we're in a business that we're setting up and taking down stuff all single night long. So. Stuff happens.
Do you guys got a lot of stuff outside your tracks? Do you do any stuff outside the tracks that you're doing this year?
So, we are doing
LST go-kart
Motorsports
track
Park, yep.
up in Maine, which will be for the Derek Nealon race. That's going to be up. Derek will be in the
yeah,
house.
that's awesome. Yeah,
We're
Derek's
doing
great.
So literally, I have Seekonk open wheel Wednesday on a Wednesday. I have the Derek Nealon race on a Thursday. I'd have Lee on Friday and Hudson on Sunday. That
Dude, maybe
week.
I'll
It's
go
gonna
up
be
to
a
that.
busy
I
week.
always wanted to go up there and check out the track, and I love Derek, so maybe we'll go up there that night, hang out.
I'll go up there with you.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
You can help me rake Lee first.
Yeah, I'm busy. I'm washing, cleaning the dog
okay.
that night. So go to the doggy parlor. Yeah, no.
So one of the the traveling around is going to be fun this year.
Sure.
I do. What's that?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you said something.
I didn't say
The
nothing.
one of the
Just me
cool.
breathing heavy.
Yeah, that's that sub catching up to him.
Yeah.
All right, so Charlie said all that really matters is that we get live video in the
You
booth.
do.
You
have
do.
it's a window.
So I installed you at Lee. So at Lee, you have a 27-inch screen right to your left that's going to be mounted in the middle, and the race director has it as well.
Charlie is a fantastic announcer.
He's awesome.
He is my new favorite announcer
so you
on
know-
every
so-
track.
so you know the-
Nothing against Randy or anybody else. Charlie is just. It's really nice having that perspective of a driver.
Harlow
And-
just said nobody likes
and
you,
he's
just Charlie.
and he's so animated. He's awesome. He's such a good. I actually shot. We were at the Kyle Busch race. I shot him a text that night.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. I did clean them for what it's worth.
You know,
And you do have that middle one that blocks all
does,
of turn
yeah.
he's
Oh,
four unless you
so
lean
when
forward.
you put, I know it better than anybody. You put two people up there because me and Spence used to sit up there, and there's that freaking pillar that blocks all of turns 3 and 4. So two people kind of do
Yeah.
it's like you're on a boat.
Yeah.
And you got to watch. It's
Seesaw
awful.
action going
Charlie,
back
get
and
in
forth.
touch with me too because you got a whole bunch of it's all brand new equipment up there because the PA
He's
system.
fine. He'll kill it.
Well,
Don't worry about him. He's
Charlie-
good.
I had to like kind of twist Charlie's arm to be the announcer at Lee.
I remember. I remember
Because
when
he's
you
like,
guys.
"Oh, I got a kid. Oh, I go,
yeah,
look.
excuses. What do we say about excuses? What do we say about excuses?
I don't want to choose
I want results. Exactly.
I don't want to speak for Charlie, but it seemed like after the first couple events he came to Lee, he's definitely kind of saw what we were trying to do
Yeah.
and felt
I
like
mean,
it
yeah.
seems like he was definitely happy to be
yeah.
a part of our group.
And
so.
it's in a
And
beautiful
we could be
facility.
talking out of our ass right now. I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean,
well, that's yeah, exactly. Speaking of Lee, and I don't want to
was
bring this
just getting
down
ready-
on a low note at all, but we did unfortunately lose the Rod
yes,
Father, Les
yeah.
Sanborn, this
Yeah,
past
that
week.
sucks.
Long-time supporter,
You know what's
race
crazy
fan.
is I saw someone say they were dedicating a spot in this car to him for this weekend's race something, and I don't know how I missed this, but I had to go back and look and saw that it was like I was like 5 days late on this, but that was awful to
Yeah,
hear.
yeah.
He's such a big supporter of everything you guys have done up there.
The amount of
gonna talk
response
about
that
that
we
in a second.
got on the Facebook page from everybody from our beer bartender to people that haven't been to the track in 20 years that remember Les and having the conversations with him week in and week out. It was definitely a tremendous loss for us at Lee, and our thoughts and prayers are out to him and his entire family for that. So, Yeah.
To see the amount of people who threw the well wishes out. I mean, it was so sad. He was a fixture up there with all of the car, everything
He
that he did,
was.
all of the hot rod stuff, the racing stuff.
He was so involved with Lee that we found out very early because the family wanted to reach out to Lee Speedway and let them know.
Well, I think the family knows how important Lee
100%.
Speedway was to Les.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
that's the. I mean, that was a mutual feeling. I think everybody who attends Lee for any racing whatsoever understands that the Rodfather
Steve
is a
Stark,
staple.
wait 2 minutes till they're done talking, and I will discuss that.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody knows how much of a staple he was to that facility and everything he's done, especially for the upper tier divisions. I mean, as a guy that has sponsored divisions in the past, it's a commitment, and that man was very, very committed to that facility. So
He was a premier division sponsor for 2 decades, and even within that, he would help out the individual drivers if they couldn't get to the track. He'd buy them some tires or throw a sticker on the car
That's
and stuff
awesome.
like that.
Yeah.
So definitely gonna miss him.
absolutely.
So Mr. Matt Bazowski asked how many Pro Stocks are registered for the Pro Stock
12.
Nationals.
It's 12. of them.
12.
We're at 47 as of
47,
today.
yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
That
All
is
right, so Steven Stark advertised CMP in the local papers. Well, if you look, there was a bunch of new people running around in the infield at Claremont. One of those happened to be the sports editor for the Eagle Times in Claremont, New Hampshire, which will be covering the racetrack weekly. And also, Chris will probably be traveling around to the other tracks because he may have caught the racing bug. Wow. And Mike has been in touch with the Eagle Times about advertising Claremont Motorsports Park weekly in the newspapers.
I think one of the good things you guys do to people like that come in and especially, and it's not even out of want. I think it's just out of what you guys do is you make them feel at home there.
Yep.
So when they go there and they get the access to the track that they get, and you guys just cater them with the love and support you give them, I think it's kind of hard not to get the bug and want to be there more frequent.
As long as you're not racing, I mean, and you are a legitimate news source, like I have zero problems letting you come snap pictures.
Yeah.
We got a couple new things we're going to discuss about that this upcoming week. You want to talk about that right there?
Yeah, I
Well,
got it.
I pointed out right here.
So Night Owl Creations and Greg Emerson, I want to give a big shout out to them.
He's the man.
He is the man.
He's
he
awesome.
does
Such a great guy.
And he's hilarious.
He
He's
is
a great
funny as
guy.
all hell. Dude.
Yeah.
He's such a great guy.
I get him going at every expo every year. We just have a grand old time because the last 2 years, like this year, all we had behind us was this. He was on the direct back side of us and he kept like shooting stuff underneath. And
He's awesome. He's
just a funny dude.
He's a lot of fun.
I was looking. We have Retro Race Day August 11th when MRS comes back to Lee, and it's going to be a throwback style event. So I was trying to think of something cool for a trophy idea. Talked to Greg, and he is going to get 5 open-faced helmets, fully wrapped as feature winner trophies for that night. So
That's freaking awesome.
August 11th, you'll make sure if you have a race car and you like cool trophies, you'll want to be up at the New Hampshire Center of Speed. Another thing that we just announced was June 7th. I couldn't believe the amount of attention
This
that
is
we
awesome.
got.
Hold on. Now, bear in mind, every idea that has come to Lee, other than the Pro Stock Nationals, that was my idea, has been him. He has come up with every idea, and I'm like, I never even thought of that. Run with it.
John's not going to say, "Hey Ben, let's do $100,000 plus pro
Yeah,
stock
right.
racing out of your personal piggy
Yeah.
bank. Let's do that. That's a great
asked me
idea."
to do that at Hudson. I'm like,
God.
no,
But-
not going to happen.
Ben's like, I sold out.
Yeah.
Where
Not
were
close
we?
to paying the purse.
Where was the show in Maine? Portland or Augusta?
Augusta?
We were at the Augusta show, and on the way back, we were driving down 95. I think it was with JJ Pitkin, actually, if you're watching. But I'm like, let's go stop at Beach Ridge. We used to go up there on Thursday nights and together and have a great time. And we stopped, and I was just walking around the
Never
property.
got to go.
It was a phenomenal,
it was an
I wish I
phenomenal
did.
racetrack. And we put a picture up of the Lee Speedway truck out front of Beach Ridge. And it got like 500 likes, and the amount of people on there telling the stories about losing their home track was devastating. It's just I could never imagine waking up one day.
I'm not
and
going to lie. I actually looked into buying that
I think,
place.
and a lot of people have.
A lot of people have.
It's,
It's just, it's so, it's never going to be a racetrack again, unfortunately.
yeah,
It sucks.
and a lot of people. I mean, it's funny, but a lot of people are commenting. Buy the track back and get the track back. And like you said, you've looked into it.
I've
It's
looked
just
into
it's
it.
tough.
It's
So I figured
not co-
Just
the
send
track
Jess
still
up there
there?
to make a
Track's
TikTok
still there.
video.
So the track is still there.
they're doing a car show at the
Yeah.
track. July 26th of this year, they just announced they're going to do a race car show, fundraiser type thing at the racetrack.
Yeah.
Dan Walker and all them are putting that together.
All you got to do, Ben, is send Jess up there and have her make a TikTok video in the parking lot. Next thing you know, the track's going to be getting rebuilt.
But,
There's a story here down in
Tell
Florida.
you after.
so yeah, June 7th, it was going to be the June Jamboree. It's now Beach Ridge Motor Speedway night at the races. It's going to have the but the Pro Series, Beetlebugs, Wildcats, Mad Bombers, and Roadrunners are what we're calling the 6-shooter. So we're basically just honoring all their names. We're going to have the Happy Hap Hour. We're going to have all their old food options and specialty burgers, checkered flags for the winners. And
I'm excited.
the one thing that was kind of the do-all, be-all of this event was I was like, I am not doing this if we're not getting Andy Austin to come up and announce this race.
That's a no-brainer.
You have to. You couldn't do it. So I reached out to Andy, and luckily enough, he was free and he's willing to do it. So
That's awesome. That's going to be great.
it's just something for the people of Maine that lost it to get together with each other at the racetrack.
You got
again.
a bunch of other people that worked at Beach Ridge to come.
Well, that's the fun part is like, and I don't know a lot of these people. I've never met them, but a guy named Jeff Fortier reached out to me. He used to do the 50-50 in the gate, took tickets. So Beach Ridge guy that took tickets is going to be at the gate for the Beach Ridge people.
Awesome.
Bartenders from Beach Ridge are going to come down. Nicole Timmons, Bobby Timmons' sister. She's like,
awesome.
I'd love to come down and work the beer garden again, and that's what we're trying to get.
Talk about hitting the homage, huh?
The funny thing is that I bought a new wrecker up at Claremont. It's the old Beach Ridge wrecker.
So I text Ben.
We're gonna bring that down.
Yep.
That'll be the wrecker for the day.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And we couldn't get the bunny outfit, so we got our own mascot to kind of put in place. And
Is that what that is?
Yeah,
That's Wheelie.
We wheelie.
I'm busy that night, just so you know.
If anybody is seriously interested in getting inside of that thing, you got to be of smaller stature and just reach out to one of
I'll
us.
stick Maisie in it for the night.
Charlie.
Oh, so she
reach
can
out
throw
to
stuff
Ben.
at people?
I've been trying.
She wanted to come bad tonight.
You should have brought her. She is hilarious.
Maisie wanted to be here bad.
Charlie goes by the bunny bus. I found it. I've been trying.
Charlie, it needs a lot of work.
What's the bunny bus?
Don't.
I didn't know about this
So
either.
the
That's
bunny
the Beach
bus
Ridge
was
thing.
so they had Speedy. I think it was Speedy the bunny, and it was their mascot, and they had the
I
bunny
wish
bus.
that guy would come with just the mat. Just come in the suit.
I don't think you. If you wore that suit, I think it would fall apart.
I think they wore it up till the track
Yeah,
closed.
it's not that old.
Did they wear it when the track was closing?
Well, I don't know about that, but it's not that. I mean, if they did, that's not that. That wasn't that long ago.
It's not up to
you. I love it. I love it.
That's what my wife says to me all the time.
Well, just wait. One day it's gonna. Ben's gonna be, what's this charge on me? Did you buy a bus?
No bus. No. Would you get a bunny outfit too?
Definitely doesn't have big ears on it.
Funniest part of the story is like Ben won't let me have the Skittles that are over here, but I'm at Ben's office today and Ben is not there, and I'm talking to his mom and she's like, "How many of the candy bars have you stolen?" I was like, "None." Ben will kill me. She's like, "I bought them. Dig in." And I was like, "Thank you, Debbie."
Harmon, if you bring the old hot dog steamer from Beach Ridge that night, we will clean it and use it for the hot dogs that night.
That'd be awesome because we no longer have one. So.
Absolutely. Small stuff like that goes a long way, and I'm all for it.
You should bring the Beach Ridge chair up.
Oh yeah, you have the chair.
Some red paint, hardly any work
so
at all.
red
If
snappers.
it's hardly no work at all, Charlie, get it done and we'll drive it.
We might as well. This is a perfect place to announce food.
Yeah,
right?
dude, you have some good stuff.
So we are adding a bunch of stuff to the concessions at Lee.
That night?
For the season,
okay.
Including, a bunch of stuff. Fried seafood. We're going to have fried shrimp, fried clam strips.
Ugh.
Mark hates
Really?
that.
I hate seafood.
Cotton candy we're adding.
in on that.
Yeah, you are.
Fried Oreos, mozzarella sticks, fish sandwiches. We're adding in a specialty sandwich of the week. So every week we'll have something different for people to try out.
Is this how you guys get marked to the racetracks?
Yeah, we do. Well, we
actually
drag 'em.
Expand the menu. Mark
John
will
was
be
with
there.
me the entire weekend. Did I eat more than like a half ounce of food?
No.
I don't eat a lot.
you
I'm
on a
just
diet?
fat. I haven't had a soda
Well, then
in
how come you're not
3
allowed
months.
to eat the Skittles?
Because Ben knows that I want the Skittles.
Because here's the thing, I've cut out soda, so I told him to cut out soda. But I've also cut out. This week I was bad, but I cut out candy.
I gotta love that. This week I was bad.
Oh,
You were
this
probably
week I was
bad
real
last
bad.
week, and you're gonna be bad next week.
Flash cut to 2 weeks ago. We're at Babola's next door eating, and Ben's like, "I'm on a diet," and then she looks at him. She's like, "I know you love the peanut butter cake." He's like, "I do love the peanut butter cake."
Did you get it?
Yeah, of
He
course.
got a double slice.
I'll be better next week, he says. Gosh. Yeah, you guys are right next to a restaurant. You got a Asian massage place next door.
Empty building next to us. Hair salon.
Yeah.
Restaurant, and then a guy whose toilet likes to overflow
What's
on our
upstairs? Are
table.
those apartments?
Those are
are
three
apartments.
No kidding.
You see that? What used to be right here?
Yeah.
That was a massive hole that flooded this entire room.
Yeah, it flooded. I had to redo this entire room. He flooded it so bad.
We had literally just got the studio set up. We're on like week 3. Then I come into work because this door stays shut, and like John's like, it smells funny in here. I'm like,
Yeah.
it does. And I start looking around. It was everywhere.
Really?
It was everywhere.
It destroyed
It's a
everything.
great studio. I'll tell you.
New laptop I bought, gone. Using my old one right now. One of these got destroyed. That camera next to you, that's brand
These
new.
things are wild. I'm blown away.
Those
by
things
this.
are pretty cool.
Yeah, you guys, nice setup.
We are way past 7.
Yeah.
7 minutes.
Matt reminded me.
Matt was like, I thought you're done. I want to watch something else other than you guys.
Well,
thank
Matt, thanks for staying in tune. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you, everybody who came out to support the opening weekend of Claremont Motorsports Park. Let's try to get you back out there this weekend. A lot of stuff going on there. We have the Carl Tyrone 49 at Hudson. Kevin Brown is going to show the rest of the field what his rear bumper looks like for 49
I
laps.
have a street stock.
I don't think the whole field's
The rest
gonna
of the
lap
field
them.
does not. Those cars are not street stocks.
They're funny cars.
Yeah, there is that one that looks like a drag car, which is pretty
There
pretty
are
different.
some wild cars.
Are you going to use the T-shirt can to launch off some merch?
Yeah, how about this? We'll bring down 3 or 4 wheelman shirts, shoot them into the crowd.
We could rig it on the right side of his car. Anybody tries to pass him on the outside, fucking
That thing is awesome.
point it out the
by the
right, point
way.
it out the
Yeah,
right
there we
side
go.
window of your
Can
car.
I use it mid-race?
You can.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's not my. It's my track, but that's not my race.
I mean, no,
That's
hold on.
Jimmy's
Let's
race,
back
so
this up. I got a tough enough time getting the car around the track. Let's just stick to that. Let's just not use the cannon during the race. Let's do that. I got tough enough challenges.
banana
I'll tell you what
peels.
we're gonna do. You start driving like you belong in a pure stock. I'm gonna have your lady shoot it through the window and smack you in the head.
Did I tell you guys I got engaged last weekend?
What?
No,
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I'm gonna be like
Yeah,
Ben.
no.
I'm gonna be like Ben.
It was nice seeing everyone.
I'm gonna be like Ben. Why?
You have met Pam.
I do.
And she
She's
is a
great.
lovely woman. So
Pam
yeah,
is absolutely great. Pam,
Yeah.
get ready because this is gonna be shirtless
I'm
on your
totally
porch most of the
I'm
summer.
engaged too, so
you are.
How did she propose?
She took me out for dinner and got down on one knee and said, "You're stuck with me." No, I'm just kidding. Nah, I couldn't. How could I not? She's an amazing woman.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
I'm super excited for you. And like I said, get ready, Pam, because I will be on the back. Kevin gave me the right. He told me you can come swimming anytime you want. I'm like, you be careful. 'cause
Listen,
I'll be up there
Steve
at like
Furlan,
midnight.
if there's a B feature, you can bet your ass I'll be the guy in front. I guarantee you that. Battle
I
for the
hope we
lead.
have a B feature.
I
That
hope
would
so
be
too. I said
absolutely
that to
great.
somebody. I said, let's get 35 cars there. Let's make this thing a race. So
What
yeah.
did you? So real quick, what did you jump in on the purse for that? Just to let people know, you put some extra stuff towards the purse on this race.
Yeah, I did. I threw a couple $1,000 at it to try to entice. Like I said, I just wanted to make it a special night. So
It's $2,000 to win, right?
Yeah.
it's $2,000 to win. Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, I mean, street stock guys, that's a good payday right
yeah.
there. I correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's $200 to start. So, Jimmy puts on a great race. He's got a good field of hot rods. It's There's some fast cars out there. It's going to be a good race. So, I mean, get out there, get to the track, support these guys, support the R&R series, and come watch me, get lapped.
And as we
hurt some people with the cannon.
Let's go hurt some people with a cannon. I'm game for that.
and as we get ready to go off air, I just want to point out, like, this must be broken because it's still far above 36 people. It's strange.
What's that weird squiggly one? Is
I
that
think it's
an eight?
upside. I think it's upside down.
What is? Oh, 8.
Oh, it's 08. It's Milton. Oh.
Just
I did real quick because I know we're leaving. I did find the quiz questions from Milton the other day when I was like, "How
Those
many
are the
letters in the
best.
alphabet?" He's
Those are the
like,
best.
11. I was like, "No, seriously."
I'll tell you. So real quick, not to get too far. That's probably my top 5 moments. One of my other ones is when Cam was in here,
Yes.
Wayne Ellis' son, and he asked about being 21, and I can't say what he said, but that when he was talking
That was
about
awesome.
going to the bar and seeing some pretty ladies, that was fun.
What a nice dude. Nice family
they
altogether,
are awesome.
too.
Wayne and Cam are great. They're fantastic.
We're out of here. We'll see you at Claremont Motorsports Park this Friday. We'll see you at Hudson Speedway this Sunday. It's going to be a great night of action. We'll see you right back here, same time, same place next week. Have a good one. Thank you, Kevin, for stopping in.
Thanks, guys, for having me.
See you guys
See you
later.
guys later.